narrowed it down to 4 possible suspects. What is your political affiliation?
I'm a Democratic Republican.
So you're against what Hamilton stood for?
Well, I don't know. It's just that Jefferson's party supported getting rid of Alien and Sedition Acts, which made it much easier for me to become a citizen.
Where were you that night?
I was at the pub with my friends after a day of discussing policies with diplomats from France.
Are there any witnesses who would testify to your alibi?
I believe there would be.
It seems that all the supposed friends of Guéné in the pub had the same story. Pierre, Jacques, and Andre all confirmed that Pierre was in the pub that night. Let's see. Robert Livingston could be the killer. What is your political affiliation?
I'm a Democratic Republican.
But I have it in my records that you previously identified yourself as a Federalist.
That is true, but I changed sides after J Street and some other political factors that me and my family did not agree with.
When you switched sides, did your relationship to Hamilton change?
Yes, our relationship became strained as I wasn't one of his supporters anymore. Also, he opposed one of my relatives for Senate seat, which I took offense to.
I see. Is there anything else you need or want to tell me?
All I have to say is that I didn't do it.
Okay, thank you for your time. Let's see. The night had the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence. It must be a political message. Aaron Burr, same city, same week, and he's got bad history with Hamilton. He'll be my next interview. What is your political affiliation?
I'm a Democratic Republican.
You and Hamilton often argued about politics, the Constitution, and the economy, correct?
That's true. We disagreed on how this country should run. He wanted a strong central government. I believed in giving more power to the states.
Whiskey jug was found behind his house. Inside was a note that says, "Thanks, my friend. I know we're gonna do it." There was also a Philadelphia coach ticket and a business. You were in Philadelphia last week, right?
That's for political meetings and campaigning business. I travel often.
Someone said they saw you near Hamilton's place the night before he died.
I went to talk to him. We had an argument, but that's not unusual, and he insulted me, and I left. That was it.
You can see why people might suspect you. You had a motive and years of rivalry.
Maybe, but Hamilton had lots of enemies.
Fair enough. We're still checking leads, but if there's anything you're not telling me, now's the time. I have one final suspect. Thomas Jefferson. You and Hamilton saw things very differently. Did you guys ever get into arguments?
Yes, we often fought with each other, but it was never violent. He loved to criticize my time as president.
You are the worst president America has ever had. First, you crippled the American economy with the Embargo Act. It prohibited American ships to sailing to foreign ports, which had a devastating effect on trade.
Actually, the Embargo Act kept the U.S. out of countless foreign conflicts and kept those sailors safe.
The sailors might have been safe from imprisonment, but they lost the way of living and providing for their families, and so did the farmers.
Actually, those farmers and sailors were able to continue their way of living because they didn't have to become soldiers.
Well, we wouldn't have to be scared of war if you didn't cut military spending. If we had a strong military, we wouldn't have to be scared of war, and we could all be safe.
Actually, increasing the size of the military would increase the U.S.'s centralization and decrease the state's power, which is something I worked against my entire term as president.
But when it comes to the Louisiana Purchase, having a lot of power helped you. Then is a centralized government good?
Well, the Louisiana Purchase allowed us access to the Mississippi River for trade and to the New Orleans port, as well as allowing many lands for westward expansion.
Are you sure nothing ever got violent between you two?
No, never. We just didn't agree. Nothing would ever get violent.
I narrowed it down to who killed Hamilton. Aaron Burr.